President Zelensky at the Munich conference over the weekend, along with many of my Senate colleagues, a bipartisan delegation. All of us, Republicans and Democrats, said to President Zelensky that you have our continued support. The Ukrainian people have our continued support. But at that same conference, we saw Vice President Vance not even talk about the threat from Putin and our support for the Ukrainian people. In fact, we heard him lecture the people from Europe and others around the world gathered at that conference about their, quote, weak democracy, and said that really what they needed to do was kowtow to the farthest right parties in Germany, neo-fascist parties in Germany. And then after saying that, he went out and met with them. That is now the United States foreign policy in action. And all of us on a bipartisan basis should be standing up and saying that that's wrong. You had the Secretary of Treasury arrive to extort Zelensky, saying that unless you give us half of your rare mineral reserves to pay for past support, you don't get any additional support from the American people. Imagine if during World War II, FDR had said to Churchill and our other allies, hey, we're no longer going to support you in the fight against fascism, Nazis, and Hitler unless you sign over now half of your natural resources. Mr. President, this is a shameful moment for the United States. We have stood up for freedom. We have stood up for democracy. We have stood up for the rule of law. And now President Trump is throwing Ukraine and freedom-loving people around the world under the bus. I met with